Okay, so PTTP is here in London and we're at the cut and paste the Francis Crick Institute. So just the other side here we've got St Pancras International. We've got this what they call modern art these days, which is, to be fair, the structure of this, where it's obviously all balanced on like a tiny block, where I say balanced, it's obviously all stuck together, it's not balanced. But yeah, the way that the structure's set out is to demonstrate how the centre of gravity makes a difference, and you can balance like big blocks on top of small ones. So it's pretty cool. We've got the visitor entrance just down there. Yeah, they've got like a lot of like security and that stood around for what it is. I didn't think it would be. I don't know. I didn't think there'd be quite so much sort of security. So they've got a gallery cafe there. Cool though. Oh, yeah. And no buggies through there. We've got the opening times there. So on a Wednesday they're open till 8 o'clock, so that's their late night opening day. We're on a Thursday today, so we're open till 4 today. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Got this bit of information here. So the Francis Crick Institute, where discoveries change lives. So it's one of Europe's largest biomedical research institutes. Inside, some of the most talented and ambitious scientists in the world are working to expand what we know about how life works. Our research holds answers to important and urgent questions about human health and disease. We're working on everything from cancer, heart disease and Alzheimer's to new diseases such as COVID-19. But we're not doing it alone. We're working across all disciplines with partners from all fields. And together we're bridging the gap between discovery and application to change lives for the better. Welcome to the Crick, where discoveries change lives and ideas find a room to grow. So the Crick is an independent research lab and is a registered charity. Yeah, I didn't know that. So, yeah, so it's pretty cool. Really got stuck in the door there. How you doing? I'm just having a little look around really. It's just quite a cool little building and I didn't know it was here. Obviously it's named after Francis and Crick of the discovering DNA, I assume.
That's right.
Yeah. But yeah, it's just a cool building. I just want to have a little look around and that really. Is it like the public gallery? Is that like paid entry or is that free to go have a look around? Pardon?
You're not only can take pictures, but you can't record.
Why?
Because that's the nature of the building. We don't allow any recording in the building.
Why? How come? Well, I mean, I don't understand the difference between like taking a picture and a video.
It's just one of the rules of the Crick.
Okay. Have you got like a written policy of that somewhere?
No, that's what we're told to do.
Okay, but do you have a written policy of it?
My managers probably have somewhere.
Yeah, if you can get the written policy so I can have a look at it, because...
Why would you want to do that?
because obviously I'm here to do like a vlog sort of thing. But if you're allowing pictures and not allowing video, I want to make sure that that's in a written policy, and I'm not just being told that because you don't like the video. Like rather, I want to see that it's actually a written policy of the building, rather than just you telling me this.
I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, but like, I need to see that in a written policy. Cause it's like, if it's not a written policy and it's just you telling me because you don't like it, then I don't understand the difference.
As on security, I'm just saying we don't allow any kind of videos in the building.
But why? I don't understand. I'm not going into like any private areas. Let's have a look around the gallery and that.
Unless
Really.
you're going to do a vlog, as far as I'm aware, that's not allowed at all.
But I'm allowed to take pictures.
Only of the main foyer, yes.
So I'm not allowed to take pictures in the gallery area.
No.
Okay. Well, again, I genuinely I don't understand the difference. I'm not trying to be difficult, but
No, I'm just telling you the
yeah.
policies what I've been told to do. Right. So I'm only doing my job.
Well, I understand that, but again, like if there's a written policy of it, then by all means, you know, I'll take a look at the policy, and if that is your written policy, it's your property, and I'll be happy to abide by that. But I'm not just going to take the word of somebody when you're telling me that you don't know if there's a written policy, and you're saying that's what you've been told. But I need to see that there's a written policy for that, basically.
I'm not prepared to
I'll be happily follow the policies of the building, but
yeah,
I need
I'm
to
just
see.
saying, telling you what I know as a security officer here.
Yeah.
We don't allow any video.
Okay. Are you employed like directly by the Francis Crick Institute, or are you like third party security, like G4S sort of thing?
There's nothing to do with you.
Well, it is, because if I want to now make a complaint because I don't like the way that you're telling me something when you don't know the policy, I need to know how to make a complaint to your employer.
Why would you want to make a complaint to my employer?
As I just said, you're trying to tell me something that I don't believe is true. You're not, you're telling me that you don't know if there's a written policy, and you're telling me that I can't do something, but you don't know if that is the actual policy.
So if I'm telling you something, and you're saying as a security officer you don't believe what I'm telling you?
Yes. Yes.
It's your choice.
Also, if you're a third-party contractor security, you need to have your SIA license on display at all times, and I can't see it.
You seem to know a lot.
I do, yes, about security, yeah.
You would like to see the written policy about us not showing
Yes, please.
doing videos
Yeah.
and stuff.
That's all I
He's also
want.
accusing me of lying, basically.
Well, you're on private property. You said you can take pictures, but you can't record.
But that's what I'm trying to see, is I don't understand the difference between the two, personally. I'm not going into any private areas. I'm just,
He wasn't
you know.
doing
Let's go past the barriers. You're in the Francis Crick Institute.
Oh no, I didn't want to go up through barriers. I wanted to go down into the gallery area there.
Come into this isn't a public building, so
But
you just come here to cause trouble.
I haven't come here to
people.
cause trouble. I'm here to,
We're
like,
not being
to make a little
rude. You
video.
just said sorry, sir. But you're not allowed to record. You can take pictures if you like, and you're just trying to cause trouble.
I'm not
Simple.
trying to cause trouble. I'm trying to
I've
trying to
told you.
ascertain
Yeah,
if that's
but
the actual policy.
But I've told you it is the policy.
But I need to
have
see
no
that in
need to lie.
writing.
Well, I've told you. I work here, so that's
That doesn't
the
mean
policy.
anything. Like, doesn't mean that you actually know the policy. Just because that's what you've been told doesn't mean that that's a written policy. I said to your colleague here, I'll happily abide by any written policy that states I cannot video
Just come
record.
here to cause trouble. All right, we're cool.
Have a look at this. So I'm just going to continue around this area. Security apparently don't like being challenged. Yeah, here we go. So this is what I was talking about earlier, the security guard. So it's named after Francis Crick, who was known for his work on DNA. It's quite a common misconception that they discovered DNA, but they actually based their work on the foundation of somebody else's work. So they weren't technically the discoverer of DNA. What they discovered was the double helix nature of DNA. So quite a common misconception. And they quite famously went to the Eagle pub in Cambridge to celebrate getting their Nobel Prize award, which I have also been to, and it's quite a quaint little pub actually in Cambridge. So latest from the labs, in the scientific research labs in this building, over 1,200 scientists are working on important questions to help understand human health and disease. Interesting. I think that's the only bit of information that they've actually got in this public foyer bit. And then they've got the exhibition and cafe area down there. So they've got the cut and paste there, which is to do with explore the building blocks of life. See if I can hold this steady enough at that zoom to get a picture of that. See if we can read that back later. And then they've got the yes, they've got a pretty cool wall down there. Yeah. Pardon? No, I'm not. No worries. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to step in front of you there. Yeah, and then they've got the. Do you have to pay to enter into there, or is that free to? It's a free entrance. Perfect. Thank you very much. There we go, so we can see this a bit closer up.
Sorry, sir.
Very cool.
You recording?
Pardon?
You're recording?
Yes.
You're not allowed to record because it's private property.
Right.
And the builder's got actually specific rules in regards to recording. Okay.
I said to your colleagues, sorry, who are you? Sorry, are you the manager of the building?
Security operator.
Security operator. You got your SI license, so yeah, okay, cool. Just notice your colleagues haven't got theirs on display, which is a criminal offence, isn't it? Just to let you know of that.
Not specifically because you have it there.
No, that's not on display. Now it is.
Okay.
His isn't on display, and that is a criminal offence.
Okay.
Under Section 9 of the Private Securities and Industries
that's
Act,
fine.
isn't it?
But
It's not
both of you-
fine. Deal with your colleagues, and as I said to them, I will happily abide by anything I read in a written policy, but I'm not going to take the word of security
You know
when
what?
they don't
We're
know.
not going to go into this situation, okay?
Okay.
Alright, can you
Call the police. So they're calling the police because I'm having a look around some very cool information. So this could have been a fantastic opportunity for the Francis Crick Institute to show off some of their work, and instead they're just going to call the police. So very cool information here. So, as you saw when I went to the Diamond Light Source in Didcot near Oxford, you know, it's, I've always been fascinated by science. Biology is probably my least favourite. It probably goes physics, chemistry, and then biology, but it's still absolutely amazing information, amazing stuff what the body does. So I've got like a little interactive station here. It's all magnetised on there. They've got dry wipe markers so you can write on things. So it's all about like what talents would you pass on, what tastes would you pass on, and what traits would you pass on. Interesting. So they've got a guide here to the exhibition language. So we've got definition of gene, DNA, genome, genetic condition, pre-implantation genetic screening, and prenatal testing. Is there anything on the other side of that? Yeah, we've got. That's. Oh no, it's different. And then on the other side, we've got genome editing, heritable genome edits, somatic genome edits, enhancement, genetically altered or modified organism, gene driven. Superhuman. Should genome editing enhance our minds and bodies? Malaria research. New frontiers. We've got plant power. Climate friendly cows. Sickle cell disease. So what's this about climate friendly cows? That's quite interesting. Crazy. And I've got this, where do you draw the line? And then they've got the different coloured balls relate to these questions here, which is pretty interesting. So it's quite a lot more in Bring It On. Not very many in Not Sure. A few more in Okay With Me than I Don't Think So, and then No Way is second to lowest on those questions, which is interesting. We've got genome editing could be used to avoid or treat severe conditions. Who gets to decide which conditions are severe and should be treated? So there's a lot of ethical and moral considerations that they're talking about here, which is always good. It's very important to consider these things when doing any science, but specifically when you're talking about genome editing and things to do with DNA. It says to listen here. So in that they're just talking about different people's opinions on genome editing and things. Okay, so I see how it's, you record your opinion here, and then you can go and listen to what other people have said on that one. That's very cool. I like that. How you doing, mate? You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good, good. Yeah, not too bad. Yeah. Your colleagues are being a bit ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, I'm just here, as you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to make a little video about the institute and the research and stuff going on here. This was a really good opportunity to show this place in quite really positive light, and I'll share the information with the wider public rather than everybody having to come here. Not everybody can get here, you know. And your colleagues have just ruined it, like calling the police because I want to show what the amazing work that you're doing here. They're really ruining the reputation and the image of the Francis Crick Institute right now, which is a real shame. You know, I'll probably send this footage now to, especially of how they've acted, to the board that govern the charity, and show them that the way that a member of the public was treated for wanting to come in and have a look around the information that they're doing here. I can guarantee you they won't be happy with it. It's a charitable organisation. I've got a reasonably large audience that will be watching this, and this could have garnered a lot of donations for this charity, and your colleagues haven't really acted very professionally, in my opinion. But it's a real shame. Oh, sorry, I'm just going to get a picture of that up there. So I didn't notice those bits of information up there. You can clearly see I'm not here trying to do anybody any harm or anything, you know what I mean? Just so in the quest to eliminate suffering and pain, who has the power to decide which mutations warrant human gene editing while others are considered tolerable? It's a very good ethical question, that one, because who gets to decide which conditions and which mutations are beneficial for the human race to evolve and which ones are undesirable and need editing out? So, you know, is this almost like playing God in a way? It's a very important ethical debate and consideration to have. You know, there's a lot of there's a lot of ethical considerations in this sort of work. And it's good to know that they are posing these difficult questions and considering them. All science is governed by boards of ethics, all research is governed by boards of ethics. My own research, that I have to go through so much red tape to get ethical approval for my studies, and they really do rip your research to shreds and question everything. And that's just doing, you know, very low level psychology experiments. My experiments don't involve any harm to participants or anything like that. So yeah, even in my own research, so you can imagine the level of ethical approval that they need for this level of research is phenomenal. I actually have a friend who's doing a PhD in healthcare, so they're actually working with some clinics in the NHS, and because they're partnering up with those, they have to go through the ethical approval through their university, but they also have to go through the ethical approval in their go through ethical approval through the NHS as well, which is much stricter. Yeah, it's a real doozy. Well, it's not doozy, it's there for a reason, but it can make the process very, very slow. We've got another one up there. The human genome belongs to us all. It's something we have in common, and so we all have the right to have a say. So I wonder what their process is for like allowing members of the public to have a say in this. I wonder if they post their research and members of the public to have the right to have a say in their research and how that works. Yeah. It's an insanely huge building that goes all the way up there. You've got like bridge walkways from one side to the other, offices all up that side. And they've got this bit up here about cancer research as well. Yeah, that's absolutely mad. So I'm not sure what this. I think I saw on the map outside. This is like a gallery area in this purple bit in here. So I'm not sure what it is that they actually show in there. I think you can. There's an access door around the side. So I'm just going to go see if there's any information on that. There's an auditorium. That's what it is. I don't know if they've got anything going on in there. I'm not going to go in and disrupt. Is there anything going on in the auditorium at the moment? No, nothing. Dude, is that like just only used like when there's events and things on and stuff? It's not like sometimes auditoriums and places like this, they have like a constant sort of info film running, so you can kind of go in and out and watch and stuff. But they have them at museums and stuff sometimes. Yeah, so I guess that's where they do like public talks and stuff. But yeah, so yeah, interesting. Got a bit here on connecting to guest Wi-Fi. That's on the same on the other side. Guys, I'm going to head off, but so I'm just heading off. I know you called the police, so I just don't have time to wait around for them all day. If they do turn up, I'm going to go outside and fly my drone for a bit, so they might turn up while I'm doing that. But if not, just tell them that, you know, no crime was committed and you guys are being a bit ridiculous, really. I mean, literally nobody's even asked me to leave at this point, so it's not even trespassing.
That's fine.
But yeah, so, and apologise from me on your behalf for wasting their time.
No
Cool.
problem. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, so yeah, like I said to that chap, I don't have all day to wait around for these. I've been sat there for a while, just in case. But yeah, we don't have all day. But it's a little bit wet. It's like that sort of dusty rain. But I think the drone will probably be okay. So I'm just gonna find somewhere where I can take off from out of the way, really. And I think somewhere down here, so I would say probably past these bollards is actually part of their property, so I'm going to stay off that area. Yeah, you can see there's a CCTV notice sign here. It's all been covered by that, but you can see there's a thin line in the ground there, and I would say that probably distinguishes the two. I wonder if that's the police that have been called here. I don't know, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see what distinguishes their boundary, because you can see it there, but here it's not very clear. what I can do is just cross the road over here, which will give me some pretty good lines of sight up here around the institute. Yeah, and I'm going to wrap it up with some drone footage from here, guys, and that should hopefully wrap up the video. And yeah, as always, stay safe, remember your rights, and until the next one, Sarah.
You don't wanna fuck with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show